It's the death of Shonen Jump's new generation. Now, I think the new Shonen Jump's characters are Jujutsu Kaisen. It's like Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia. What's the other one? The one that's the best, Demon Slayer, and then Demon Slayer. But they're all ending. That's the thing, and I don't know what's next.
On October 10th, 2014, a niche shonen manga named Naruto completed serialization after an extremely successful 15-year run in the staple shonen magazine Weekly Shonen Jump. This run...
Dude, Naruto is the most mid-garbage I've ever watched in my life. Naruto can, like, eat all of the genitalia. Naruto can, like, open its mouth and just swallow the cum. It is garbage. I do not like it. I think it's mid. Come at me, bro.
Resulted in an anime that was one of the most popular in the world, shaping childhoods.
Popular does not mean good.
Globally, the manga had 250 million copies in circulation, making it one of the most successful serializations of all time. 2 years after Naruto had concluded, another long-running titan of Shonen Jump and
Bleach is way better than Naruto. Bleach is amazing. Bleach the 1,000-Year Door, or whatever that the new episodes of Bleach are amazing. They're so good, dude. Bleach was super underrated. Bleach has, like, the problem with Bleach is you have to watch it without the filler, and Naruto has a lot of filler too. And Bleach has, like, some middle seasons that are kind of boring in the original run, but it's so worth it because it gets so good.
Member of the famous Big Three, Bleach ended its run as well after a 15-year run of its own that resulted in an extremely popular anime and the manga having 120 million copies in circulation. These two manga were Shonen Jump staples for over a decade and a half. They were reliable when it came to sales, and along with One Piece, they presided over what many consider
One Piece is the best of the three, though. One Piece is just god tier. One Piece is still going. It's amazing. I like One Piece is my favorite main character out of the three. Then Bleach and Naruto can just go take a long walk off of a short dock.
as Shonen Jump's golden era. This era is seen as old gen or old generation shonen these days, and also included notable manga such as Gintama, Death Note, Kuroko's Basketball, etc. But today, I'm just going to be talking about Battle Shonen, since those are the series that always headline Weekly Shonen Jump and are usually the most popular. Following Naruto and Bleach's departure, Shonen Jump found themselves in an extremely rough position. How would they fill the void left behind two of their biggest manga ever? It's not like manga that sell over 100 million copies grow on trees and can be plucked by Shonen Jump whenever they feel like it. Was it time to press the panic button? That is what Shonen Jump would be thinking if two other manga with extremely promising Volume 1 sales didn't immediately come out afterwards and were well received by the general public. These two manga were My Hero Academia and Black Clover.
Black Clover is fire. Black Clover is way better than Naruto ever wished it could be. Black Clover like craps on it, and obviously My Hero Academia is very, very good. Like it's My Hero Academia. I don't need to say how good My Hero Academia is. It's just really good.
Shonen Jump had big aspirations for these two manga, hoping they'd replace Bleach and Naruto in terms of popularity, and they went with two entirely different approaches for their anime adaptations. Black Clover would be going the weekly route like Naruto and Bleach did, resulting in a horrible adaptation that made everyone's head hurt, and thus resulted in Shonen Jump colossally fumbling Black Clover. However, My Hero Academia went with a new approach that involved yearly seasons of My Hero Academia that would have a much better schedule and product due to being seasonal instead of weekly. My Hero Academia exploded in Japan and in the West.
Dude, it's so good. My Hero Academia is really, really good. Black Clover I really do like, but you can tell that it was like pushed out. There's a lot of rushed feeling in Black Clover, but I still like Black Clover better than Naruto. Naruto was garbage.
Getting a slight boost from the superhero craze brought on by Marvel and becoming the new staple anime for this new era of shonen, especially after season 2 dropped. Everyone was talking about My Hero Academia, and with its popularity, it felt like shonen anime was back. Shonen Jump didn't even have to sweat that much because of Black Clover not living up to expectations, as another manga started a year afterwards that would one day get an anime adaptation that would change the industry. The manga in question is written by the same hand that wrote Naruto and was named Samurai 8. It would go on to dominate the magazine, selling a whopping 3 copies and flopping miserably.
Dude, here's the thing. Samurai 8 don't care because he said it right here. Hold on. Here, right here. You ready? You ready?
Much because of Black Clover not living up to expectations, as another manga started a year afterwards that would one day get an anime adaptation that would change the industry. The manga in question is written by the same hand that wrote Naruto and was
So it's trash. It was written by the guy who wrote Naruto, so it's trash. It's garbage. Naruto is trash and garbage. So this one was obviously meant to be trash. Yeah, all the ones you mentioned right here. I grew up watching Naruto, bleh, Dragon Ball Z based, One Piece based, Full Metal Alchemist. I really like it. Haven't finished it. It's one of those that I really like, but I need to finish it. I need to finish it. Cowboy Bebop, base. Cowboy Bebop's one of my favorite animes ever made.
Samurai 8, it would go on to dominate the magazine, selling a whopping 3 copies and flopping miserably.
Good! Good. The dude can't write in a fucking bucket. Naruto should have been a litmus test for that.
The dark horse that
Oh, dude, Spirited Away, amazing. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh's better than Naruto was, and Yu-Gi-Oh's mid as shit. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm nostalgic for it, but I'm under no fucking false belief that it's a great show. I also watch OG Pokemon. Yeah, those are all good. Those are all good. Naruto sucks.
Eventually became the manga to headline this generation of shonen in Japan, achieving the most volumes in circulation, is Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer blew up tremendously.
Demon Slayer is the best of the new ones. Demon Slayer is so... I love Demon Slayer. It's one of the ones that I have not seen a bad season of Demon Slayer yet.
To its incredible anime adaptation, along with being an anime that any age group could enjoy due to the strong themes about family and the main character being the most wholesome guy ever. A few years after, in 2018, a one-night criminal named Gege Akutami was inspired by Bleach and My Hero Academia and decided to create the worldwide sensation known as Jujutsu Kaisen, which seems like it's been the biggest anime in the world over the past few years. Nipping at his heels was another psychopath named Tatsuki Fujimoto with his masterpiece, Chainsaw Man. I
love Chainsaw Man. So I'm not the biggest on Jujutsu Kaisen, right? I like Jujutsu Kaisen. I think it's good, but Chainsaw Man shits on Jujutsu Kaisen all day. I love Chainsaw Man. I have a Chainsaw Man action figure because I built a gingerbread house where he was getting slammed into it. Love Chainsaw Man.
Era of Shonen Jump was finally here. Along with more traditional battle shonen in the magazine like My Hero Academia, there were new manga that had darker themes and ventured outside of the shonen formula to give us anime that were truly special, like Chainsaw Man. Shonen Jump was back, stronger than ever, with refreshing manga cycling in and out of the magazine, as one of the major differences in this generation of weekly Shonen Jump being that manga in general were becoming a lot shorter. Looking back at it, it's insane that Kubo, Kishimoto, and Oda were able to sustain weekly manga for so long.
Fucking Oda still is doing this. He is still doing this to this day. He is fucking the big... Like, these guys are good. Like, even, they're good. But this guy is non-stop. Dude, One Piece is never going to end. I feel like it's just never going to end. It's going to be like Berserk, where Oda's going to pass away, and they're just going to be, like, calling all of Oda's friends, like, what happened next? Where's the One Piece? Where's the One Piece? And all the friends come in, and it's like the team of Japanese writers just to finish One Piece. I hope he doesn't die. I really hope. I hope he finishes it, but dude has been doing this for so long, and he just is on, like, a grind set. And the fact that his world is pulling from the first, like, the first issues he's still pulling from, and it's like, oh, remember when fucking Luffy sneezed? Yeah, that sneeze caused ramifications 8,000 chapters later. Oh my god, One Piece is so good.
Especially considering how hellish of a job being a mangaka is. This wasn't a cause for concern anyways. It's not like My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen were ending in 100 chapters. Shonen Jump was poised for the brand new era, and now it's finally kicked off. My Hero Academia has ended serialization in Weekly Shonen Jump on August 5th, 2024, after an extremely successful 10 years. Well, 10 years is a long time, and Horikoshi's a beast for sticking with My Hero Academia for so long, delivering amazing art every single week. Shonen Jump's had enough time to find replacements. They'll be fine. Jujutsu Kaisen is in its final arc, with the mangaka hinting at it not being present at the yearly Jump Festa, which happens at the end of every year, which means Jujutsu Kaisen is most likely wrapping up in 2024. I mean, fine.
Holy shit, dude. And then Demon Slayer's basically is finished too. So, like, oh my, like, they're all leaving.
This was expected.
And you know who's still there? Fucking One Piece. The dude's always grinding.
What about Demon Slayer? They can just milk it for more money. Demon Slayer's been over since 2020. Do you live under a rock?
Like, yeah, no, I knew Demon Slayer. I forgot that it would already ended. But yeah, they're already done, dude. What's left? What's left? What do you got left? Nothing. You got nothing left.
What about Black Clover? It's in its final arc and is in Jump Giga Hell, releasing 4 chapters a year and having no momentum whatsoever, with no anime in sight. Even after the movie did well? Even after that. What about Boruto?
You serious?
The Promised Neverland.
Yeah, because Boruto's just as trash as everything that dude's written.
We still have that. I bet. Rushed ending.
Avatar's amazing. Avatar's also based.
Season 2. It's well known in the anime community to never mention anything about this series after season 1, even though it was a huge seller in Weekly Shonen Jump and was an incredible season by itself. Dr. Stone? Dr. Dunn. Chainsaw Man. It has a part 2, right? Serialized in Jump Plus, and seems like
What? Why aren't they pushing Chainsaw Man more?
It might be wrapping up soon. Pretty great stuff though. Wasn't there that other manga? The one about acting? I heard that one was doing well. Seems like a pretty refreshing premise too. Something to rival Oshinoko. I don't have the heart to tell you what happened. Shit. Oh,
Wait, what happened?
pretty refreshing premise too. Something to rival Oshinoko. I don't have the heart.
Court suspended sentence to act age manga writer for indecent act. Tokyo District Court handed a guilty verdict to sentence act age manga writer, whatever, on the charge of committing a coerced indecent act on a female middle school student on Wednesday. Dear God.
Hard to tell you what happened. Shit. Okay, maybe Shonen Jump is in trouble. Obviously, My Hero Academia can't go on forever, and after such a good run that saw multiple movies and seasons that generated worldwide hype consistently, it's earned its rest. But what about Jujutsu Kaisen? What will happen after it ends? Currently, it's one of the
I'm not a big... I like the original trilogy. I like the prequel trilogy okay, but Star Wars, I was like, The Mandalorian was cool, but I'm not like the biggest Star Wars guy. I like Star Wars. I think it's cool. I had friends that were way more into it than I was, but Star Wars was always one of those things that was like cozy. I liked it. It was better than Star Trek, but it wasn't always my biggest pull, you know? I liked it a lot. Darth Maul is one of my favorite looking characters of all time. I liked the Han Solo movie. I know, hot take, but Star Wars isn't my biggest thing.
Strongest pillars of anime's vast popularity, and the memes generated from JJK have infiltrated every corner of the internet. I've seen people...
Like, don't get me wrong. I like Star Wars a lot. I think also, I think the first 3 Star Wars are really, really good movies. I like them a lot. And I remember liking them when I watched them as a kid. I remember liking Indiana Jones a bit more. But I really enjoyed the movies a lot. They were in those movies that I was like, these are really cool. I fuck with them hardcore. And then when the prequels were coming out when I was a kid, I watched all the prequels. I enjoyed all of them except for Clone Wars. Clone Wars is probably one I'll never watch again. And I remember thinking like, oh, it's cool that Star Wars is coming back. And I watched Rogue One, and I thought it was the most boring fucking movie I'd ever seen. It was just kind of lame. I watched the J.J. Abrams reboot of Star Wars. I thought it was okay. And then I watched the second Star Wars movie that came out from Disney. Thought that was the biggest piece of shit I'd ever seen, and it burnt me on Star Wars. I really did not care about Star Wars after that, and then The Mandalorian was coming out. I really like Jon Favreau. I was like, I will give this a shot. Loved The Mandalorian. Absolutely loved The Mandalorian. And, the Clone Wars, I heard the Clone Wars show is really good. I want to give it a chance. I also watched a lot, like, Star Wars was always something it seems like it's constantly in my face, and I just kind of burnt myself on it, because I watched Mandalorian, and then I watched the other one that was, like, Boba Fett, and then I watched something else, and I watched the Obi-Wan, and I'm like, dude, I'm sick of Star Wars. I think the Star Wars oversaturation of it all being kind of mid has just, and it's been mid my whole life. Like, I remember the prequel trilogy really not being that good. And it was one of those things that I didn't even want to watch the cartoon Clone Wars because I didn't like the movie Clone Wars. Star Wars is something that I'm just like, it burnt me out so hard, and I wanted to like it, and it's stuff like Star Wars is why I got into anime recently in my this age range that I'm in now, because it's stuff I haven't seen before, because I didn't start watching anime until like a few years ago. I watched Dragon Ball Z growing up, Yu-Gi-Oh, and yeah, that was about it. Dragon Ball Z and Yu-Gi-Oh were the main animes that I watched as a kid because they were on, and they were fucking cool. And I watched Avatar too, but I watched Naruto as a kid once. I thought it was stupid, and then as an adult, I'm like, maybe I was stupid. Nope, fuck Naruto.
Will make I'd win memes over routers. It's everywhere, especially after the Shibuya incident in season 2. Losing such an insanely popular series like that is sure to hit Shonen Jump hard in a negative way. As for Demon Slayer, it has 150 million copies in circulation and is basically a household necessity in Japan, retaining insane popularity all these years after the manga ended. You can't really ask much more from it. Not to mention, Shonen Jump lost Haikyuu a while ago, and ever since then, no other sports manga has taken on the mantle to carry on the tradition in Shonen Jump. I guess guess Blue Box does involve badminton, but it's more of a romance anyways, and to be fair, living up to the insane bar set by Haikyuu is indeed extremely difficult. As for the new faces of Shonen Jump, what will they be? Manga like Sakamoto Days hold promise, with its adaptation coming out in 2025 and is sure to be a hit for Jump. It's got the swagger needed for every big battle shonen, has arguably the best action weekly Shonen Jump has ever seen, which kinda makes it difficult to adapt perfectly, but there's hope. Undead Unluck's anime just aired, and it didn't get that big of a boost in terms of manga sales, but there's an amazing season 2 on the way, although I don't see it
I didn't like Undead Unluck. I really liked Undead Unluck, the first season of the anime. I thought it was really cool. That was something that had a lot of potential, and I would like to see it really fully expanded.
Increasing sales by that much. Mission Yozakura Family is more of the same. The Elusive Samurai, written by veteran mangaka and author of Assassination Classroom, Yusei Matsui, got its anime adaptation as well, along with a decent boost in sales, but nothing insane. Blue Box's anime is going to come out soon, and will definitely do well, but it's not going to be the face of Weekly Shonen Jump. At least it's a pretty good romance though. Shonen Jump's been missing that. Ruri Dragon...
Oh, his main game engine. So, I feel like I was a little crucial on that guy, but... because when we talked about the Doom thing, again, what I was saying about him was he was very impressive, but I think I want to see what he's making. I want to see, like, him make a video talking about games that he's actually making, because I would be fully interested, because I think what he did on just that scratch as a fucking random YouTube project was one of the most impressive things I'd ever seen. But again, it's like, Doom was a 2D game to begin with, so that was my hang-up. But then why it was just like this question of why when anyways, back to this.
Is also a hit, along with Akane Banashi, but again, those aren't going to be the massive battle shonen sellers that Shonen Jump is looking for to helm the magazine. Akane Banashi, despite being stellar, is about Rakugo, and I don't see an anime about Rakugo having widespread mainstream appeal outside of Japan. Even me and Roboko somehow got an anime that literally no one watched. Which leaves us with Kagurabachi, Kill Blue, News Exorcist, and
Kagurabachi I've heard is going to be fucking massive. And I have no idea what that's about, but I heard it's gonna be massive, and it's like already doing numbers.
Ken Wakui's next burning car crash, Astro Royale. Maybe I'm exaggerating about Astro, but I'm still extremely salty about what happened to Tokyo Revengers. Kagurabachi, in my opinion, is the most promising of the bunch and is poised to take the mantle for My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen, as it was recommended by Horikoshi himself, along with Kishimoto. The first few volumes have sold wonderfully, the writing and art is fantastic. This manga is basically set up to become the next perfect modern battle shonen. It also has the advantage when it comes to memes, since its first chapter turned it into an internet sensation, so I can see it taking JJK's spot in that aspect. People who don't even read manga have probably seen this picture of Chihiro. As for the others, Kill Blue is a little under the radar, and honestly, I haven't read it in a while and I don't really see anyone talking about it. Honestly, I saw more people talking about Mama Yuyu, and that got axed. News Exorcist is yet another Exorcist manga, because we obviously hadn't had enough of them. I don't blame authors for chasing the bag by going with the Exorcist route, since JJK and Demon Slayer did so well, but it does get tiresome to see more Exorcist entries in Shonen Jump. Right now, it's looking like Kagurabachi is going to be the next big shonen manga, but again, that's only one manga. Shonen Jump needs new heavy hitters and fast, especially since the god of Shonen Jump, One Piece, is heading towards its end. We're only left with one option. Ken Wakui, save Weekly Shonen Jump. Who am I kidding? This magazine is screwed, at least for a little while.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's fucking wild. So I don't read manga really. I have Berserk, but I don't really read manga. But if that's the desperate space that the main big shonen like Dragon Ball Z came from Shonen Jump, and like all the ones that he mentioned are like the biggest animes, and if they have nothing in the fucking nothing loaded in the chamber, we're gonna have like a fucking bad few years. Maybe that bad few years. Ooh, I'm thinking here. Maybe those bad few years is gonna cause like some of the really old manga that have been kind of slept on, Berserk, to get animes, because the anime industry is gonna be like, we need content, baby, and so they're gonna like push out some of these old ones and remake some stuff, like Fist of the North Star. I think there's a Fist of the North Star remake coming, which I have the game for and I love. But yeah, dude, that Shonen Jump looks like it's about to die. So I like this video. This guy seems to do good work. I'll hit him with a subscribe. I give him a like on the video. No. This is a different video. I haven't seen this one yet. On
October 10th, 20.
This guy did a pretty good job. He's got 6K subs. He seems to have pretty interesting videos. I'm just curious. I'm curious what the future for anime holds.